Hello, Cancer, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Cancer, today we're going to go over your overall energy as well as your person's overall energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it, and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and or moving forward. So, with all that being said, Cancer, let's get started. How does Cancer currently view this relationship? All right, Cancer. So we do have the Three of Wands, we got the Knight of Cups, and then we also have the Strength card. Before I actually say anything, I do want to look at your person's energy. For some of you, you could be dealing with a Leo, possibly a Pisces, maybe even an Aries or a Sag. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case. But how does this person currently view this relationship with Cancer? Okay, so we have the Three of Swords to the Four of Wands, and then we also have the Ace of Wands. Okay, let's start off with you now that I've seen this person's energy. I see you wanting to gravitate towards someone, and it's somebody who's currently at a distance from you, which I do feel like it is this person to the right of me. I feel like you want to gravitate towards them. I feel like you want to talk to them, but with the Strength card coming out here, that's kind of telling me that you're forcing yourself to not text them, to not call them, to not look for them. Even though you do want to text them, even though you do want to call them, even though you do want to look for them, I see you forcing yourself not to. Now, in regards to them and how they're currently viewing their relationship with you, there's like an overall energy of them just wanting to heal from this breakup between the two of you already. You know, this breakup between the two of you, it's still hurting them and it's still affecting them till this day. Not entirely sure when the two of you actually broke up, but you guys could have broken up months ago. You guys could have broken up a few days ago or even a few weeks ago, but it's still hurting them. It's still affecting them. It's something that they still think about. I am definitely getting that strongly. And they just want to get over it already. There's like an overall energy of them wanting to rush this healing journey that they're currently on, because they are definitely on a healing journey with the Four of Swords coming out here. But I just feel like they want to get over you and this ending that transpired between the two of you already. I am definitely getting that strongly. Okay. I don't see this person gravitating towards you. I see this person very focused on themselves right now in this healing journey that they're currently on. So no, I don't see this person gravitating towards you. That's just kind of what I see this person doing, is just kind of focusing on themselves right now in this healing journey that they're currently on. How does Cancer currently feel? The temptation. The temptation to call them, to text them, it's increasing. It's increasing. It truly is increasing. It's like the more you go without seeing them and talking to them, the more you find yourself wanting to call them, wanting to text them even more, is basically what I'm getting. So the desire, the urge to reach out to them, it's definitely increasing. But the Four of Pentacles coming out here, that's kind of telling me that, you know, you're still in that same old energy of like, nope, I'm not going to call them. I'm not going to text them. I want to call them. I want to text them. But you know what? I'm not going to do it. 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 I am not going to do it. Fair enough. How does this person currently feel? Okay. We have the Hierophant. We have the Fool. And then we also have the Wheel of Fortune. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Nine of Cups. Okay. In regards to how this person is currently feeling, in regards to how this person is currently feeling, is concerned, I feel like they're starting to kind of notice themselves slowly but surely, get over you and this breakup that transpired, between the two of you. Slowly but surely, they're making progress within this healing journey that they currently find themselves on. This is going to be very random. This is going to be very, very random, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I do feel like this person might find themselves feeling like they should start going back to church again. I am definitely getting that they should start going back to church again, or they should start, developing, you know what I mean, their relationship with God. I am definitely getting that strongly. I am definitely getting that strongly off of them. So this person might, you know, think about going back to church very, very soon. Um, or this person might think about, getting close to God all over again and developing their relationship with God all over again. I do feel like, by them going back to church and, developing their relationship with God or getting close to God all over again, that, it is going to make them feel better. I do see a drastic shift within their energy. It's like they go from, feeling sad and down and disappointed and hurt and angry and upset to taking one step, at a time, towards peace is basically what I'm getting. Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting one step at a time. Towards peace, towards freeing themselves from this anger, from this resentment, from this bitterness that's in their heart. I do see them taking one step closer towards freeing themselves from all of that. But I also see them taking one step closer towards peace. I am definitely getting that strongly. Okay. I am definitely getting that strongly. Okay. If this person's not trying to go back to church or get closer to God or, work on, developing their relationship with God, I just see this person very focused on their spirituality. You know what I mean? I just see this person, doing whatever it is that they think that they can do on their end to help them feel better, to help them get rid of this anger, to get rid of this resentment, to get rid of this bitterness in their heart. So, granted, could they be going back to church? Possibly. Could they be focusing on developing, their relationship with God or getting close to God? Absolutely. Could this also represent, them deciding, what, I'm going to go back to therapy, you know what I mean? Or I'm going to go to therapy in general, of course, it could definitely mean that. Whatever it is that this person is doing, whatever this thing is that this person is doing to help them feel better, it's definitely working, whether that's therapy, developing a relationship with God, getting close to God, going back to church, getting, back into like the word of God, whatever, I do feel like it's going to uplift their spirit and make them feel better. Now, what actions will Cancer take towards this person or moving forward? We have the Queen of Swords, we got the Chariot, we also have the Eight of Pentacles, and then we also have the Hierophant out here. True pair situation between you and this person. The person that sits in the Chariot is the Emperor. The person that's in the Strength card is the Empress, making it a true pair situation between you and this person. The two of you could have spoken about having a family together, or the two of you might actually have a child and or children together. I am definitely getting that. Y'all either have that or you guys spoke about having that with one another one day. Anywho's. So in regards to what actions you plan on taking in this person's direction, I see you just caving in. Screw this. I'm gonna go talk to them. I'm gonna go talk to them. I'm just gonna go call them. I'm just gonna text them, and whatever happens happens. If they respond back to me, they do. If they don't, then they don't. But I have to talk to them. I have to talk to them. I have to talk to them. So I do see you caving in. I do see you caving in. Expect this person to be ice cold with you. Just expect it, because I see it happening. The moment you call them, the moment that you text them, expect to get a dry text back. Expect them to be very ice cold with you, because I am getting like a very ice cold energy coming from them. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles, we got the Two of Cups, and then we also have the Five of Cups. Well, I mean, that explains a lot why you're getting this ice cold energy from them. Oh, Cancer. Keep in mind the roles could be reversed, okay? Okay, let's talk about it. I feel like this person feels like this relationship that they once upon a time had with you started to change their heart, started to really, really change their heart. And I feel like it did to a degree, not fully, but I do feel like it did to a degree. Um, okay, let me not use that word because that's a strong word. I feel like they highly dislike you because of that. I feel like they highly dislike you because of that. Um, because their relationship with you, their experience with you, it caused their heart to change in a very negative way. And all they ever wanted was for you to treat them with respect. All they ever wanted was for you to value them and appreciate them. And for whatever reason, they feel like they didn't get that from you. They didn't get that from you. And I feel like over time, their heart started to change in a very negative way. And I don't think that they wanted that to happen. I don't think that they wanted to experience that. Again, going back to what I said originally at first, this person is trying to get rid of the anger and the resentment and the bitterness that's in their heart, as well as hate. Because I was going to say that, but I was like, let me not, because that's a very strong word. But I will say this, because I don't like using that word, but I will say this, because you change their heart in a negative way, they highly dislike you because of that. They highly dislike you because of that, is basically what I'm getting. Okay. And this is why you're going to get this very cold, ice cold version of them. And it's not because this is who they are, because they're not. You know, this is somebody who's very welcoming, very warm, very nurturing, very loving, very affectionate. And they feel like their relationship with you just turned them bitter and mad. Um, and it changed their heart. It truly did. I mean, to see them go from a Queen of Pentacles to a Queen of Swords is not necessarily a good sign, to say the least. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. To see them go from an Empress to a Queen of Swords is a very, very bad sign. Very, very bad sign. Um, it's very bad. That's like the epitome of somebody walking into someone's life and literally giving it their all and being the best version of themselves that they could possibly be, and just deteriorating over time. Just deteriorating over time. You know, the person that you originally fell in love with, this ain't them no more. It is not them, because I feel like the pain and the disappointment and the letdown after letdown after letdown just started taking from them. It just started taking from them and taking from them and taking from them. And maybe this wasn't your intentions. Maybe this wasn't your intentions, but it's like they go from, I'm going to give Cancer my all, to slowly but surely reducing what they give you and how they show up in this relationship. Because every time, it kind of looks like every time you disappointed them or hurt them, you took a piece from them, and then you took another piece, and then you took another one, and then another one, and then another one, to the point where they are not the person that you fell in love with anymore. They are not. They are not. Because even though you may have hurt them and disappointed them many times, and maybe you didn't mean to, you may have found a way to get them back, but you never actually got the person that you originally fell in love with back. You didn't. You really didn't. You got you got a fraction of them back. You didn't get the whole version of them back. You literally just got a fraction of them back. And now it's to the point where you're trying to mend your relationship with a person that is not even the person that you originally fell in love with. And I think that you can tell, and I think that you can sense that, and I think that you can feel that. I do. I do. What actions? Okay, got the Knight of Wands to the High Priestess to the King of Wands. We got the Ace of Swords. We have the Hangman. And then we also have the Tower out here. Okay. Okay, you have that out there. And then this is out here now. Okay. Let's talk about this. This is kind of unfortunate too now that I see these cards out here. You know, I see you trying to turn over a new leaf. I mean, I am getting that. I see you trying to turn over a new leaf. I see you trying to do better. You know what I mean? By them and your relationship with them and or marriage with them. Here's like the unfortunate part of it all, and I'm just going to keep it real with you. Even though, and I'm going to give it to you because I see it in your energy with the Chariot to the Eight of Pentacles to the Hierophant, even though I see you trying to turn over a new leaf, even though I see you trying to change, even though I see you trying to do better, even though I see you trying to show up in the ways that this person needs you to show up. With the Ace of Swords to the Hangman to the Tower, this is a really bad sign because that's basically telling me that they're convinced you're never going to change. And they're also convinced that if they were to even get back with you, they're just going to get hurt and disappointed again. And they don't want that to happen to them. With the Knight of Wands to the High Priestess to the King of Wands is another bad sign because in their eyes, they're looking at you as somebody who clearly, you know, doesn't mean well. Because of the things that you put them through. This is what leads them to basically think and believe, you know what, Cancer clearly doesn't mean well, because if they did, why did they put me through this? Why did they put me through that? And if their intentions were pure and they were coming from a sincere place and they really did love me and care about me, why would they do this to me? Why would they do that to me? It makes no sense. So then that must mean that they don't really love me. And that must also mean that they never really did love me. And this is something that I see this person coming to acceptance about. I do want to look at the Ace of Swords. We got the Eight of Pentacles. No, we don't. That's a lie. We have the Eight of Cups to the Two of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. We got that. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. So here's the thing. Okay. By the way, we're clarifying this Ace of Swords. Don't get me wrong, I think that this person is acknowledging, you know, the fact that you did bring some good into their life. They're just more hyper-focused on the bad that you brought into their life, okay? I am definitely getting that strongly, that they're more hyper-focused on the bad. Not the good, but the bad. And to be honest, I don't even think that they want to think about the good. And this is between you and I feel like they're making it their only mission and priority to not think about the good moments, the good times that they've had with you, because they know themselves well enough to know what that's going to prompt them to do, which is to accept you back into their life all over again. So they're trying their hardest to not think about the good times that they had with you. They're trying their hardest to not think about, you know, the times where you went out your way to do something nice for them, the times that you made them smile, the times that you made them laugh, because they know themselves well enough to know exactly what it's going to prompt them to do, which is to basically run back after you, or accept you back into their life. So you got the Hierophant to the High Priestess, got the Hierophant twice, you got the Devil once. Why does that matter? I don't understand why I don't even know why that even matters. I'm over here like, okay, like, I see that, but I feel like the cards are trying to tell me something. I just don't. I'm shooting blanks right now. It's definitely going over my head like a carry-on bag. I guess I'm missing something. I don't know. Tell me more about the Devil. That's the problem. 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 Because I'm like, why does this matter? I don't understand. Why does this matter? Let's talk about it. So I think it's safe to say that you put this person through some things, and I'm sure they probably have put you through some things as well. I don't think anybody in this relationship is a total saint. It is what it is. We're human. We're bound to mess up. We're bound to make mistakes. It is what it is. Non-judgmental thing. Okay. I think that you are very much so aware of the pain that you have essentially caused this person. However, I don't think that you realize how severe all of this is. You know what I mean? How do I say this? How do I explain this to you? How do I explain this to you? How do I explain this to you? Because you're kind of harnessing this energy of like, yeah, like I know, like I put them through this and I put them through that, but it's like, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, you know. It's not that big of a deal. Like, yeah, I know, I put them through this and I put them through that, but it's like, it's not that big of a deal. I swear, it really isn't that big of a deal. To them, it is. That's the thing. To you, it may not be a big deal, Cancer. To you, it may not be a big deal. But to them, it truly is. It truly is. I don't think that you are like consciously aware of the impact that you made on this person through your actions. I don't think that you understand like how much of an impact, a negative one, you've made. Um or you know what I mean, like not that you've made on this person. I don't even know what I'm talking about. The coffee's wearing off, but I just don't think that you understand like how much your actions have truly affected them and impacted their life in a negative way is what I meant to say. And it's like every time I look at you, you're just like, you keep telling me the same thing, but it's like, okay, yeah, I know I put them through this and I put them through that, but it's like it's not a big deal. Like it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but to them it is. To them it is. That's the thing. To them it is. You know, in your eyes you're just like, no, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But it is to them. And that's the thing. That's what it all boils down to, Cancer, is that it may not be a big deal for you. You might look at the stuff that you put through this person as something very minor, but to them in their eyes it's something massive. It's something massive, and this is why it's gone this bad. And I think that I just don't think that you knew. I don't think that you knew that the smallest things that you've done in this relationship made the biggest impact on their lives in a negative way. I think that that's the problem here. I think that that's the problem. I do. I think that that's the problem. Yep, that's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah. Yeah, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and then we also have the Three of Swords. I, yeah. To you, it's like, okay, to you, whatever it is that you have done within this relationship, you just view it as something that's very minor. Like, come on, Milagros, like it's not that big of a deal. I only did this. I only did that. Like, you know, I would understand if I did X, Y, and Z, but I've never did X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? So it's like it ain't that deep. It's not that serious. But I just can't emphasize this enough. It truly is for them. It truly is for them. It truly is for them. What you might consider not to be a big deal might be something that they consider to be a huge ass deal. Everybody's different, Cancer. Like the things that you might think is a huge deal um, within a relationship may not be a huge deal for the dude standing next to you or the chick standing next to you. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. I think that that is the problem. Is that that's the problem? Is that for one, y'all are two different individuals. What might piss you off may not piss them off. What might hurt your feelings may not hurt their feelings. What may bother you may not bother them. Vice versa. You know. But it's all about respecting how your partner feels. You might think it's not a big deal, but if they think and feel like, no, that's a big deal for me, it's something that you should respect. Just like I'm sure you would want this person to respect how you feel about certain things. You know what I mean? So this is kind of making me feel like these things that you would do you would just turn around and look at it like, that's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And I think that you're about to see how much of a big deal it actually is, with the way that they're going to go about this entire situation, like, um, moving forward. You got this person looking at you differently now. You got this person looking at you like you don't care about them, you don't love them, and it's all because from the looks of it, you didn't respect how they felt about certain things. To you and listen, this could be an addiction that you have, right? Because this is like a very common thing that I've heard about in marriages and relationships is, people having addictions and how it affects their partner. And, when you talk to the person that has the addiction, they always look at it like, but it ain't a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But it's like when you look at the person that's, dealing with the person that has this addiction, you can see how much of a big deal it is for them and how distraught they are and, all these things, right? And it's like, I think that that's the problem, right? Is that, you know, yeah, I feel like that's the problem is that the things that you consider to not be a big deal more than likely is a big deal for your person, and that's all that really, matters. You know what I mean? Is respecting how your partner feels and how they're being impacted by whatever it is you're doing on your end. um Even if you think that it's not a big deal, even if, you know what I mean. um Even if you don't, even if you don't, um I think that you're going to see how bad, how bad and severe, you know, this has always been for them. I don't know what you've been doing within this relationship, don't know. But I think that you're gonna see that these things that you thought were minor, these things that you thought wasn't a big deal, you're gonna see how much of a big deal it is for them. Um, I am definitely getting that strongly. And to be honest, you ain't the only one. I actually met this married couple at this church that I used to go to, and this guy suffered from, let me not say that word, video addiction. Let's just say that. Fuck it. Um, yeah, his wife. Mm-mm. She was at that point where she's just like she was disgusted by him, disgusted, like absolutely disgusted. Didn't want to touch him. Didn't want him touching her. Like they slept in two different beds. Like it was bad. You know what I mean? And he didn't realize how much he was affecting his wife by this video addiction that he had because he looked at it like, it ain't a big deal. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm, doing anything with that person in real life. You know what I mean? So he always looked at it like, it ain't a big deal. Always overlooked it, always overlooked it, always overlooked it. And yeah, it got to that point where she was disgusted by him. It got to that point where she didn't even want this man touching her. Didn't even want this man sleeping in the same room as her. Didn't even want to be in the same vicinity as him. It was bad. It was bad. It was very, very bad. And the fact that he felt like he was 2.5 seconds from losing his wife for good, the pain on this man's face, the regrets, the everything, like would bring anybody to tears. Because I know when I took one look at him and I instantly wanted to cry because of the pain that this man was carrying around with him, the regret, the how was I so blind? How did I not know? Like this was really affecting them to this level because that was her last resort, was going to church to try to salvage her marriage with this man. That was her last resort. Um, and if that didn't work out, she was gonna walk. And he knew that. And going to the church was literally her last resort with this man. And anyways, I say all of that to say this. You've been overlooking this pain that you've been causing them. Because, it ain't a big deal, 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 it's nothing, it ain't a big deal, it ain't a big deal, until it becomes a big deal for them. until it becomes a big deal to the point where they're 2.5 seconds from walking out of your life for good. And I think that that's when reality is going to sink in, and it's going to hit you, and it's going to cause you to open your eyes and realize, like, whoa, I didn't know that it was this bad. Just like that guy, he didn't know it was that bad. Like, he really didn't. He really thought that, yeah, this ain't a big deal. This is definitely not a big deal. I don't know why they tripping over there, but this is not a big deal, until it became a big deal. And I think that it's going to become a very, very big deal. And it's going to be highlighted to you how much of a big deal this actually is, and how all of this is affecting your partner. It's not that you had the intentions to hurt them or make them feel this way. The point is that you made them feel this way because you were kind of overlooking all of this. Like, ah, that ain't a big deal. Ah, that ain't a big deal either. Oh, no, you tripping. Like, you've been overlooking everything because in your eyes, it's not a big deal. But in their eyes, it's bigger than what you think. So that's what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.